I am super excited to welcome the filmmaker and the cast with us this afternoon for some questions and discussions. I mean, but it's extremely exciting to have all of you live with us, taking some time off from wherever you are and your work to be joining us.
I knew that law school would be challenging, but no one clued me in at all on the additional challenges that I would face as a Black law student. And so I went through that experience kind of blindsided, to be honest with you. So during that time, I decided I was going to do a documentary. I would say a few years ago, I said, you know what, I just couldn't get it out of me. I said, I need to do something to share our stories.
We have to have safe spaces at the workplace because we spend most time working. So you need to feel comfortable. You need to be able to show up and feel included and be seen and be heard. So that would be my number one thing.
You know, that's one of the things about racism within law school, right? It takes time away and it takes mental energy and emotional energy away from your studies that you should be using. That kind of social interaction and networking is so important. You know, it's another really important part of law school, right? Like the colleagues we're making, the friends we're making, the networks we're building, and learning how to do that. It's a skill in and of itself.
So you asked that question, should we be sharing these stories about this Black law students' experiences? Absolutely. When you have 3% of the legal community in the United States that is Black, you know, there's less than 70,000 Black lawyers in the United States, and there's 3 million white lawyers. Absolutely, we should be sharing. There's some inequity there. We should be sharing what are the challenges to getting to law school as a Black law student. What can Black law students do to find a sense of support? What are the strategies and paths forward for people that look like me and others? We have to share these stories because there's other students, not just in America, but all over the world that want to become a lawyer and they don't know how.
It's important to understand the experiences of people who are different than you. And I think this is a really succinct, straightforward, and it's evergreen because given the numbers and the statistics of Black lawyers in the United States and abroad, the stories that we have told in this will last, unfortunately, for a lot longer than this, right? So that the communication and the message of the documentary will be needed for a while. And I think that having people understand, as Alexi was saying, that they're not crazy, that this does happen to other people, and then folks who have not had these experiences to be able to experience them, it should be a must, absolutely.
For me, I would say I look at life as an opportunity not to just live your authentic truth and to do what you want to do wherever that may lead you, but to also remember that you are representing and have impact wherever you go and you touch people. And so it is a duty, it is an honor.
I think one of the biggest concerns that I have is that large majority bar associations, majority white, like statewide associations, they have legislative influence. They decide on judges, really big issues that impact all of the people in New York City, for example, where we are a majority brown city. And so if we are not there in those spaces, who is looking out for our interests?
But I just wanted to say that, I mean, this is such a fabulous event. And thank you to Evangeline and all of the panelists for giving all the time. I mean, I watched the film earlier. I think somebody made the comment before about should it be compulsory viewing. I think it absolutely should be. So I think the film's amazing, and I would strongly encourage it. From Brunel's perspective, we should be getting as many people as possible to see it, and really has been one of the most powerful events on this kind of topic. And I go to events on this kind of topic that I've experienced. So many thanks, and I look forward to seeing more work in this respect. And thank you to everybody who's taken part.
If you can get through law school, you can get through anything. And it's really true. You're kind of thrown out there, sink or swim in a lot of ways, and you have to figure it out on your own. No one holds your hand. And so those types of skills, I think, have served me well in life, because if there's something I want to do, I'm able to go and figure it out. And I think all of us have that in us. If you're able to get through law school, those are traits qualities that you have to have. You have to have that.